Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir me sada Gurave sarvalokanam Vishaje bhavaroginam Nidhaye sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye namaha Ishvaro gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vasishtam Shaktim Cha Tatputra Parasharancha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Mathasya Shishyam Shri Shankaracharya Mathasya Padmapadam Cha Hastamalakam Cha Shishyam Tam Totakam Vartikakaramanyan Asmad Gurun Santatamanatosmi Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krito Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Sakshat Kratam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastama Vidvishavahai Om Shanta Shanta Shanti. We are in the Dvitiya Mundaka Prathama Kanda 10th mantra. As an introduction to this mantra, we discussed a little elaborately, means can be further elaborated. We discussed on Samanadikaranyam. Between the three, Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara, between the three, what are the Samanadikaranyam? Between the Ishvara and the Jagat, it is Bhadaka Samanadikaranyam. Why? Because Jagat is Mithya. Therefore, Bhadaka, Bhada Samanadikaranyam. Between Jiva and Ishvara, it is Aikya Samanadikaranyam. So we discuss, that's why we say Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Jivaha Brahma Eva Na Aparaha iti. Brahma Satyam Jagat is Mithya. Jagat being Mithya, Brahma being Satyam. Now the Jagat is resolved into Brahma, the Karya Jagat. The Karya Jagat is dismissed as what? It is dismissed as not as non-existent. It doesn't have separate existence. It has dependent existence. It is Karyam. Karanam is Brahma. Karyam cannot exist separately from the Karanam. That is what dismissing is. Or otherwise, the Karya Jagat resolved into Brahma. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Then what about Jiva and Brahma? Jivaha to Brahma Eva. Na Aparaha, not different from Ishvara. Therefore, what Samanadhikaranyam? Aikya Samanadhikaranyam between Jiveshvara Yogo, Aikya Samanadhikaranyam. Jagat Ishvara Yogo, Ada Samanadhikaranyam. Iti we discussed in the last two classes. Why we discussed? Because this mantra, you can see both. This mantra gives the Upadesha of Mahavakya. Tat tum asi Mahavakya Upadesha. Since it is present in this mantra, therefore, we need to know the Samanadhikaranyam. The mantra itself starts Purushagi Idam Vishwam iti. Therefore, we need to understand that Samanadhikaranyam, Purusham and Vishwam, Purushaha, not Purusham, Purushaha and Vishwam, they are the same vibhakti. Therefore only we discussed what Samanadhikaranyam is. Since we know grammar also, we can appreciate. They are on same vibhakti, same vachanam. Generally, what we do in Vyakaranam, if two words are in same vibhakti and same vachanam, Padayogo Samanadhikaranyam, Padartha Yogo Visheshana Visheshya Bhavaha iti. In the language, in the Vyakaranam, we studied. Two words are in same vibhakti, same vachanam. Then what is the connection between them? One should be a substantive, Visheshya. Other word must be a Visheshanam, an adjective. Is it like that here? Samanadhikaranyam between the two words, and how do we interpret in Vedanta? Therefore, we need to know the other Samanadhikaranyam, Bada as well as Aikya. So that is what we discussed. So this mantra, since this presents the Mahavakya, generally we say Tat Tum Asi, Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma iti, short sentences. What that short sentences convey, the same thing is conveyed by a mantra also. So therefore, Mahavakya is not that only the 4 Vakyas from 4 Vedas. Any mantra which conveys, which presents the Aikyam, that is Mahavakyam. Khandartha Bodhaka Vakyam Mahavakyam. Jiveshvara Aikya Bodhaka Vakyam Mahavakyam. So therefore, this mantra is an important mantra, last mantra of this section, an important the mantra. Till the previous mantra, the Upanishad spent a lot of time telling that everything is Brahma. It gave a list of things. the river, the mountain, the devas, the Haguti, the Agni, all the four Vedas, everything is Ishvara. There is a list of things mentioned. Everything is Brahma. The list is not elaborate, but few things are mentioned that covers everything. Everything is Brahma. It means the whole Jagat is Karya Brahma. Karyatvat, not different from the Karanam. It is not separate from the Karanam. Which means Jagat doesn't exist without Brahma. The Jagat, the Karya Jagat, doesn't exist without Brahma. In fact, we say it is not even Karyam. There is no Karya Karna relationship. What is Brahma. Why? This Karya Jagat is nothing but a Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa being Mithya. Therefore, where is Karyam? There is only Brahma. Brahma also doesn't have Karanatvam. And there is no Karya. Therefore, Brahma Eva Asti. Fine, Brahma Eva Asti. Jagat is resolved. What about Jiva? Three things are there. Jivatma, Paramatma, and Jagat. Jagat and Paramatma, Ishvara, Jagat Ishvara, Jagataha, not Jagat, Jagat and Ishvara, not Jagadishvara. Jagadishvara is the Lord of the world. That is different. Between Jagat and Ishvara, Jagat Ishvara Yogo, Abhinatvam, Siddham, that has been established. What about Jiva? Jiva will be hanging. Fine, the world, the created Jagat, the created Jagat is negated as a separate entity. Negated, it is non-different from Brahma. Why? Because it is Karyatvat, Karana Abhinatvat, therefore, Deyam. And the Upanishad gives an Drishtanta, Mrittika Itya Satyam Iti. Mrittika, the clay alone is this reality, Satyam. What about the Ghata? Ghata is nothing but a Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa doesn't have a separate existence. It is not a substance. It is just a vak. It is just a word, speech. It is just a word, pada. And it has got artha, a form. Word and meaning, nama rupa. Nama rupatmakam eva, gataha. So what is gata? Gata is nama rupa, therefore it is nitya, therefore it is clay only. Similarly, vacharambanam vikaro namadeyam. This Brahma is Satyam and everything. This Jagat is Nitya, it is just a Namadeyam. Vikaraha, Vikaro Namadeyam, it is just a effect, a Karya, and the Karya is only Nama Matram. Vikara means product. Karya doesn't have separate existence apart from Karana. Therefore, Nama Matrameva, Namadeyam eva. Therefore, only since this Jagat is not different from Brahma, therefore, by knowing Brahma, you can know the Jagat. Everything else is known. The Jagat consists of so many things, what the Upanishad even listed before. They are nothing but Brahma. So, knowing Brahma, you know everything. Knowing Brahma, you know everything. That is what the Shaunaka asked at the beginning. That is how the Upanishad started. Tasmin bhagava vijñāte sarvavidam vijñātam bhavati iti. Upanishad knows what the question asked by the Shishya. For that only it presents elaborately. So therefore, knowing Brahma, the Jagat is known. And the Jagat is really is not everything. There is only Brahma alone. So that Sarvam Idam, there is no Sarvam really. Everything else is not there. There is only Brahma. So everything, when we say everything is just a word. So it is resolved into Brahma. Brahma is the Adhishtanam on which the Jagat, so-called everything, depends. Without Brahma, they don't exist. Therefore, where is everything? There is not everything. There is no two things. There is no Brahma Jagat. Therefore, we say na Dvaitam, it is Advaitam Brahma, Ekam Brahma Eva. Fine. That's what Upanishad does. Upanishad negates the separate existence of this Jagat, dismissing it as Mithya, and presents the Aikyam of Jiva and Ishvara. They are also dismissing the difference between the Jivatma and Paramatma. Upaditaha Bedaha Asti. Ishvara has got Maya Upadi, Samashti Upadi. Jiva has got Vyashti Upadi, this Sharira Mana Sangata Upadi. Upadi being Mithya, again it is just a Nama Matram, Namadeyam. Dismissing the Upadi, Chaitanya Rupena, Kevalam Brahma Eva. So, therefore, the Jagat dismissed as Mithya, non-existent apart from Brahma, doesn't exist apart from Brahma. And the difference between Jiva and Ishvara also dismissed as Mithya, it is non-existent. So what is there now? Having dismissed the differences. What exists is only the non-different Atma, Brahma. Non-different. That's why Advaitam, Brahma. Those who know this, they cut the knot of samsara, avidya granthi. Avidya is the karanam because of which only, avidya meaning ignorance, ajnana. Because of which only there is adhyasa, there is error, mistake. What is a mistake? Thinking oneself to be a limited person. I am limited, I am insignificant, I am inadequate, agam apurnaha, all this samsara. That also it is destroyed and therefore he becomes free. Jivan eva muktaha bhavati. Marananantaram videha muktaha bhavati. So he becomes free, becomes liberated, gaining this jnana. This is what the mantra says. So with the background, what we have seen, then now we can read the Bhashya. Let us read from the Sangati. Evam Purushat
Evam Purushat
Sarvamidam Samprasutam
Sarvamidam Sampratam
Ataha Vacharambanam Vikaro Namadeyam
Ataha Vacharambanam Vikaro Namadheyam
Andratam Purushaha Ityeva Satyam
Andratam Purushaha
पुरुषः इत्येव सत्यम्
Ataha
अतः
Purusha Evedam Vishwam
Purusha
पुरुष एवेदं विश्वम्
Karma Tapo Brahma Paramritam
Karma
कर्म
Tapo
तपो
Brahma
ब्रह्म
Paramritam
परामृतम्
Etadyo Veda Nigitam Guhayam
Etadyo
एतद्यो
Vedanitam
वेदनिहितं
Guhayam
गुहायाम्
So Vidya Granthim Vikiratiha Saumya
So
सोऽविद्या
Vidya Granthim
ग्रन्थिं
Vikiratiha
विरतिः
Saumya
सौम्य
Soumya. Soumya. Okay. Evam Purushat Purushat, the word Akshara has been Purushat or Akshara or Purusha. You have seen Bhashakara uses Akshara, Purusha also. Tasmat iti Upanishad, the previous mantra, Tasmat iti the Sarvanama Shabda is Tasmat Purushat, Aksharat Purushat, iti. Samprasutaha, Sarvamidam Samprasutam. Everything which is available for your perception, Pramana Gocharam, Samprasutam, Samyak Prasutam, it is well born. It means created from what? Evam Purushat. Upanishad, the Bhashakara, yes, summarizes what we have seen from the third mantra to ninth mantra. Everything has come from that Akshara Purushat. It is well born. So therefore now Karya Karana shown. It is shown. Karanam is Brahma and the Karya is Jagat. Then he says, Ataha, therefore, why therefore? Jagat being Karya, Brahma being Karanam, therefore, Ataha, Vacharambanam, Vikaro Namadeyam, Andrutam, Purushaha Ityeva, Satyam. Jagat being Karya, Karyatvat Mitya, Karana Abhinatvam Asti Jagataha. Therefore, Jagat is, the world is nothing but Nama, Rupa, Nama Matram, Namadeyam. It is just a name. Therefore, it is Andrutam, not real. It doesn't have separate Satta, independent existence. Therefore, what has independent existence? This Jagat is Andrutam. Sarvam idam Andrutam. It means Jagat Andrutam. This Vikara, the Karya Jagat is Andrutam. Then what is Satyam? Purushaha ityeva Satyam. The Purusha, Akshara Purusha, that alone is Satyam. Akshara Purusha is Satyam. Therefore, Pashikara connects Purushaha eva idam vishvam karma tapo brahma paramritam. Idam vishvam, this Vishwa is this Jagat, idam vishvam, this Jagat, karma tapaha, karma is kriya, action, activities. The word tapaha stands for upasana. Upasana, tapas means austerity. Upasana involves austerity. We do Ekadashi Vrata. Ekadashi Vrata, it is just not only non-eating. Non-eating is an anga. Upasana also should be done. Upasana and upavasa. That is the greatness of this Ekadashi day Vrata. So upasana is involved, Vishnu upasana. So tapas meaning involves discipline, meaning the austerity. That is an anga of upasana. Therefore, we can take the meaning of tapas to be upasana in this context. Karma being actions that represents the karma kanda, the various rituals which are mentioned in the Purva Bhaga of the Veda, karma. The resultant of that karma either would be the Iha Loka Sukam, or there is a blanket rule we saw. If the palam is not specified for a karma, then the blanket rule is Swarga Loka Prapti. Swarga is Paraloka. So Iha Loka and Paraloka. Paraloka means not only Swarga Loka, there are 14 lokas are there. Pitru Loka also is there. All the lokas. What are these loka? That loka also Jagat only. That loka, Jagat, not only the world. World we say, that in English translation, Jagat meaning world or the universe. Universe when we say, world is limited. World is, we are referring only to this earth. So Jagat is not just the world. We cannot say Jagat is only the universe also. It is, you can say universe if you cover all the 14 lokas. The word Jagat can be translated into universe if you cover all the 14 lokas. They are also Jagat only. So therefore, karma And upasana, when we say, by karma, doing karma, you gain certain loka. By doing upasana also, you can gain certain lokas. Karmana pitralokaha, upasanaya, brahmalokaha. Upasana being done with karma done with upasana, then it has got a specific palam, result is there. And a mumukshu does karma having the desire for jnanam. It is karma and the karma is done with upasana. That fructifies, the punya pala fructifies in the form of going to Brahmaloka. So Brahmaloka Prapti. It means karma and its result in the form of going to different lokas. Tapa, that is upasana, and the resultant of tapa is other loka, Brahmaloka, Prapti, etc. So it means other lokas are also covered. So karma and tapa stands for that only. So therefore, idam vishvam, this jagat, idam vishvam, this universe, karma tapo brahma paramritam, idam vishvam karma tapaha purushaha eva. This jagat, when we say, as I told, covers all the lokas which are attainable through karma and upasana. Therefore, this jagat consisting of karma and tapaha is purushaha eva, akshara purushaha eva. It is Brahma alone. Akshara purusha eva. Then paramritam Brahma. Paramritam is, Bhashakara will say, Paramam Amritam. Paramritam. We will see later. Paramam Amritam. Amritam is that which is not limited by time. Immortal. We translate as immortal. What is immortal means? Not limited by time. That which doesn't die. Birth and death involves time factor. That is why we ask, what is your age? How long you lived? The lifespan. Brahma doesn't have any lifespan. Doesn't have Janma, doesn't have Marana. Therefore, it is immortal. It is Amrita. And it is Param. It is ultimate. There is no Param to it. Parat Param Brahma. If Para, the word refers to Maya, Parat Param, that is Brahma, Ishvara. The word Param sometimes used to refer Maya. Parat Param, we say Brahma. So therefore, Param Brahma, Amritam Brahma, Paramritam is Paramam Cha Amritam Cha. That Param Brahma, Amritam Brahma, the two words are there in Paramritam. Paramam is one word, Amritam is another word. It's a Karmadhare Samasa. Paramam Cha, Amritam Cha, Paramamritam, iti Bhashakara will say, Paramritam. So we have to understand, it is Paramam and Amritam. Paramam Cha, Paraha Cha, Amritam Cha. You can say Param Cha, that would be better. Paramam Cha, that Amritam Cha. Karmadhare Samasa, referring to Brahma. Two words are qualifier to Brahma. Brahma is Param and Brahma is Amritam. So that Paramritam Brahma, it is Vidya Vibhakti. If it is Vidya Vibhakti, then who is the Karta? What is the Kriya there? Veda. Veda is the Kriya, Viddhatu. One who knows. Veda. Veda, Vedatuhu, Veduhu, Viddhatu, Lakara Rupa. Yaha Veda, the one who knows. Etat etadyo, etat yaha, etat yo Veda is yaha Veda. Yaha Veda, etat, this. What is this? That is also Dvitya Vibhakti, Ekavachana. Yaha etat paramritam Brahma Veda, one who knows this Param Brahma, Amritam Brahma. How he knows where it is located? Nihitam, Guhayam, Nihitam, Guhayam, in the cave. Guha means cave. Which cave? Vasishta Guha, which is in Rishikesh. Not that Guha. Guhayam is Guhayam, Nihitam, residing in the Guha, Buddhi Guha. It is Hridaya Guha, Buddhi Guha. Why Buddhi is called Guha? Buddhi is called Guha because like a Guha which is dark, Guha is dark, no light inside. And if we enter the Guha in a cave, if it is a cave where some great sadhus or rishis have done tapas, there you will see a small linga or something, and a lamp will be lit, will be kept lit there, lighted up there. Similarly, Buddhi is called Guha, it is dark, doesn't have jnanam. Therefore, in that Guha, this Brahma Jnanam, when it is lit up, what will happen to the Guha? It is enlightened. The Buddhi becomes enlightened by this Jnana light. So, in Buddhi only Jnanam happens. In Buddhi only Avidya is there. Ajnanam is there. Therefore, light up the Buddhi, enlighten the Buddhi with this Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam. So, Yaha Guhayam Nigitam, Yaha Guhayam Nigitam, in the Buddhi Guha, one who knows this Brahma in the Buddhi Guha. The Brahma, Aham Brahma iti, that Jnanam can happen only in the Buddhi. Where can it happen? Only in the Buddhi can happen. When it is not known, that Buddhi is, it is covered by darkness, Ajnanam. When this Jnanam comes, Buddhi becomes enlightened. Therefore, Buddhi Guhaya, since knowledge takes place only in the Buddhi, therefore Guhaya, does it mean that Buddhi doesn't have this Jnanam? I mean, this consciousness, everything being Chaitanyam, Brahma. What about Buddhi? Buddhi is also that, but Buddhi doesn't know. Buddhi doesn't know. Even the Ajnanam is Ajnanam of the Buddhi before Jnanam. Ajnanam is that Ajnanam of the Buddhi is also lighted up by consciousness alone. It's lighted up by consciousness alone. And when the Buddhi becomes enlightened, that Ajnanam is removed. Therefore, Buddhi becomes enlightened. You have to bring in this Jnanam, Buddhi becomes enlightened. This Vritti, this Jnana Vritti, when it is brought in, then the Ajnana Vritti goes away. Therefore, Yaha Paravartam Brahma Guhayam, Nigitam Guhayam, Veda, that is this Brahma which is placed, which resides in the Buddhi Guha. Why we say resides? Brahma only resides in the Buddhi, not in other place. It is not like that. It is the Upalabdhisthanam, that is Brahma, the consciousness, manifests in the Buddhi. Buddhi is a part of Sukshma Shariram. That is why when Sukshma Shariram leaves the body, the Stula Shariram, we call it as Shava, it is a dead one. Because Sukshma Shariram, which has the Buddhi, where the Chaitanyam, consciousness manifests, that goes away at the time of death. Sukshma Shariram departs from the body. In Sukshma Shariram only, Buddhi is located. And the Buddhi is the Upalabdhisthanam. Therefore, there only Jnanam, there only this Jnanam has to happen. Jnanam need not happen in the, Jnanam cannot happen in the leg or in the stomach or any other part of the body. Why we say Buddhi? Because it is the Upalabdhisthanam. It is a place where the consciousness, this Chaitanyam, manifests. Chaitanyam is being everywhere, like sunlight being everywhere, where you can see the reflection of sunlight in the clean surface water or the mirror. Similarly, in the buddhi only, consciousness, Chaitanyam manifests. Therefore, yaha guhayam nigitam, that Brahma which is there in the buddhi, this person as an ajnani doesn't know that because he has got ajnana vritti only, that no jnana vritti. When this jnanam happens, etat paramritam veda nigitam guhayam nigitam Brahma yaha veda agam asmi iti yaha veda, then what happens? Saha avidya grantim vikyaratiha iha eva iha, here itself, need not go anywhere, now and here and now. Iha eva saha yaha veda saha yaha saha sambandha yattat sambandha saha grantim granti gratnati badnati, that which binds. What binds? This chit jada granti, chit jada granti, that consciousness and the jada, that granti, that knot is there. The knot is nothing but avidya. How can the chit, the consciousness, and the jada inert, that is chit is atma, jada is anatma. How can they have association? How can there could be a binding, there could be a bond, there could be a connection between the two. Atma is not connected with anything. It is, if it is connected, if it has got sambandha, then it becomes limited. It cannot have sambandha. It cannot have sambandha. Atma and anatma, atma cannot have association with anything. Then how this granthi happened, that is what is Maya is. That which is not possible is made possible. The granthi, the connection is not possible. The association between atma and anatma is not possible, but made possible because of avidya. Therefore, avidya granthim. That is why it is jnanam is the cause of samsara. Jnanam removes the ajnanam. Therefore, what you gain, you are gaining the already gained. You don't gain anything new. That's why we say it is praptasya prapti, siddhasya siddha, siddha vishayaha. So, atma anatma cannot have any binding, any grantha, any connection, association. And association seems to be there. The grantha, the granthi, the knot seems to be there. The connection seems to be there. That connection in the wake of jnanam goes away. Therefore, you understand you to be that unassociated, ever free Atma iti. Atma is ever free. When it becomes associated with anatma, it becomes bound. But how can it have association with anatma? If it is ever free, if it is satyam, if it is nitya atma, nitya mukta, shuddha svabhava atma chet, then how the granthi is possible? The granthi is, that's what we say, granthi is ajnana. That is why jnana virodhi. In the wake of jnanam, this avidya granthi is snapped. The knot of ignorance is vikiratiha. Vikiratiha is destroys. Vikirati. Dhatu is kru dhatu. Remember, kru dhatu, divadigana. Rutaha id dhatoho. Okay. All these things you can remember. Rutaha id dhatoho. Kru plus sha plus tit, that will come. Kru will be replaced by. Then kirati becomes. With V, kirati. Kru dhatu becomes kirati, gru dhatu. Kirati. With V upasarga, meaning is destroyed or scatters. The actual meaning is scatter. Scatter means what? Avidya granthi scatters means. Avidya Granthi is destroyed. That is the meaning. Avidya Granthi Vikirati Iha, where knowledge is here only. Either the knowledge should be here, otherwise, this knowledge, what knowledge? This Paramritam Brahma Nigit Buddhi Guhayam Nigitam, this Brahma Ahamasmi iti, that knowledge. Buddhi Guhayam Nigitam Yat Chaitanyam Atma Brahma Tat Ahamasmi, this Jnanam Iha, either here, better here itself, if you know it, if you know here, while living in this world, you can snap this avidya, or if you go to Brahma Loka, any other Loka, if you go, you have to come back. Shine Punye Martya Loka Mishanti. Any other Loka, if you go, once you exhaust your Punya, or even Papa, whatever, whichever Loka you go, you have to come back again and take Manushya Janma, again you have to do. But if you go to Brahma Loka, that is not easy. Brahma Loka Prapti is only through karma along with upasana. It's very difficult. Better here itself, study Upanishad and get this jnanam so that you can be free. In case if you go to Brahma Loka, having struggled so much doing karma and upasana, there Brahmaji will give the same Upadesha, Tat Tvamasi. There also the same jnanam only, the same Upanishad only will be taught. That is called Krama Mukti. Krama is by doing upasana karma, it gets shifted from here to Brahmaloka, and there from the mouth of Brahmaji, he gets Mahavakya Upadesha and Avidya Granthim Vikirati. So, Iha Atava Brahmaloki. But here the Upanishad says here, now and here. You don't need to postpone your freedom. Postponing freedom is denying freedom. Procrastination is denial. If you are a mumukshu, if you have that dagda shiraha, as the head is as the head of a person, if the head of the person is on fire, the person will not relax. He will look for water, even if it is a gut, it's a kuvam water, gutter water. He will dip his head into that. That's called Dagda Shiraha, that much mukshutvam, tivra mukshutvam, asti chet, iha eva vidyagrantim vikirati, he somya iti, the teacher, who is the teacher, the Angiras, or the Upanishad, in general, addresses the students. There the teacher addresses Shaunaka, he somya. Because why God addresses his disciple Somya? Because he is interested in this knowledge. Hey Somya means the one whose appearance is pleasant. Somya or Soumya. Soumya is Tadita. Somya, the one who has got a pleasant appearance, look. Not the physical look. Because he has come to this knowledge, therefore he must be a pleasant person, pleasant appearing, inner appearance, as well as outward also. Even if outwardly is not pleasant, the person has got adhikaritvam, sadhan chatushtaya, sampannaha, therefore somya eva. And also the word somya, the Upanishad, how it addresses, you see, it doesn't address, hey papi, hey papinaha, hey papi, iti, doesn't address, oh sinners, I am the savior, please come to me. Iti, Upanishad doesn't address. Upanishad never calls anybody as a sinner. The word sin is a sin. Sin, to use the word sin. Upanishad always uses you are great, you are the greatest. There is nothing other than you. Iti, Upanishad always praises the person. Only when it is praised, then only the Shishya, the students also will have the mind to study will have the mind to know what the truth is. If you address the students, the Shishyas as sinner, then always there will be complex. How to come out of this sin? You have not committed any sin. Not committed any sin, you have become a sinner. That is really an allegation. Not having not committed any sin, if you call a person a sinner, then it's an allegation. But Upanishad says, "Yes, Omya, oh pleasant looking one." The word pleasant looking one also, because the person is not different from Brahma, therefore pleasant. Everybody is pleasant only then. Brahma is always pleasant. Brahma is free. Brahma is Purnam. Therefore, it is always present, it is always contented, always free. Always it is Ananda. Therefore, only the one who has Ananda, who is happy, he only can be pleasant. The Dukhi cannot be pleasant. The person who is in sorrow, he cannot have a pleasant appearance. Your nature is that. That is what the Brahma, that is what the Upanishad says. Hey Somya, your nature is Brahma. You are the ultimate. There is nothing greater than you. You are extremely good. Hey Somya. Now we will read the Bhashyam. Purushaha eva idam vishvam
पुरुषः एव
पुरुषः
इदं
एव इदं
विश्वं
विश्वं
sarvam.
सर्वं
Purushaha, Akshara Purushaha, Paramatma, Ishvaraha, Saha eva Vishwam, idam Vishwam. Idam is, idam, the word idam refers to the world, the objective world. Idam referring to this universe or the Jagat. You can let us use the word Jagat. Vishwam, Sarvam Vishwam. Sarvam, the word Sarvam is there. Therefore, everything, whatever is available for your experience, that is Jagat. Therefore, Sarvam Vishwam is Jagat. Idam Jagat. That's what meaning is. Eva Idam Jagat. Vishwam Sarvam. Sarvam Vishwam. Vishwam is equal to Sarvam. Vishwam, it's a Sarvanama Pada. Vishwa has got a meaning of Sarva also. Vishwa has got a meaning of universe also. Therefore, here Bhashyakara taking the meaning of Vishwa to be Sarvam, everything, that is Jagat. The Jagat is Purushaha eva idam Purushat utpannam Vishwam Sarvam idam Purushaha eva. It has come from Purusha only. Therefore, Purushat utpannam idam Jagat. Idam Vishwam. What? It is Purushaha eva. Is it different from the Purusha? No. That is what the next line says. Na Vishwam Nama
न विश्वं नाम
Purushat Anyat
पुरुषात् अन्यत्र
पुरुषान्यत्
Kinchidasti.
किञ्चिदस्ति
चिदस्ति
Purushaha eva idam Vishwam. Therefore Vishwam Nama, this which is called by the Vishwa, the Jagat, Purushat Anyat, na, it is not separate from the Purusha. Purushat Kinchit na Nasti. Purushat Kinchit Nasti. Paramatma eva. Sarvam, it is Paramatma eva. Nahi Vishwam Nama. Na Vishwam Nama. Purushat Anyat Kinchit Asti. There is nothing other than this Paramatma. Everything is Paramatma. That which you address as this, anything as this, doesn't exist apart from Paramatma. Na kinchit asti. Ataha
अतः
अतः
yat uktam
यत्
यत्
उक्तं
उक्तं
tat etat
तद्
तत्
एतत्
एतत्
abhihitam
अभिहितं
अभिहितं
तस्मिन् भगवो विज्ञाते सर्वमिदं विज्ञातं भवति इति
तस्मिन् बहवो
तस्मिन्
विज्ञाते
बहवो
सर्वमिदं
विज्ञाते
विज्ञातं
सर्वमिदं विज्ञातं भवति
इति।
विश्वं नाम पुरुषात् अन्यत् किञ्चित् नास्ति. So there is nothing other than this Purusha. It means the Vishwa doesn't exist apart from Brahma. That is what we saw. Bhada Samanadi Karanyam. Because this sentence is there, therefore we need to understand this Bhada Samanadi Karanyam. Brahma eva asti, Vishwam nasti, Purusha eva asti, Paramatma eva asti, Putra asti, Jagat. Jagat nasti eva. It means Jagat doesn't have independent existence. It has got empirical existence. Paramarthika Drishtya, it doesn't have separate existence. Empirical world, objective world is there. Then only transaction is possible. But the reality is Purusha eva. Therefore, Bhada Samanadi Karanyam. Since this Jagat doesn't exist apart from Ishvara, Paramatma, Brahma, therefore this Jagat is Ishvara eva ataha. Therefore, Yat Uktam. Yat Uktam. Uktam is told. You can say Yat Prishtam. Kena, this Shaunaka asked. Yat Uktam, that which was said. It means it was asked. It was asked. Tat etat abhigitam. What is asked? Tasmin bhagavo vijñāte sarvam idam vijñātam bhavati iti. Knowing what, everything becomes, well, everything becomes known. That is a question. That referring to that question, etat abhigitam. Abhigitam, the answer. Answer for that is being said here. Tat etat abhigitam. That which is abhigitam told here. Yat prishtam tat abhigitam. Yat prishtam tasya uttaram abhigitam. Prashnaha kaha. Tasmin bhagava vijñāte sarvamidam vijñātam bhavati. Uttaram kim? Purusha eva idam vishvam karma tapo brahma paramritam etadyo vedanikitam gukayam swavidya grantim vikarati asomya. That is the answer. So yat prishtam shaunakena tat etat. That is this. Iti abhigitam answered. What is the answer? Tasmin bhagava vijñāte. That is the question. Answer is Akshare Purushe Vijñāte. Ishvare Vijñāte. Ishvare Vijñāte. Sarvamidam Vijñātam Bhavati. If you know Paramatma, Sarvakarana, Sarvakarane Paramatmani Vijñāte Sati, Sarvam Vijñātam Bhavati. Therefore, Ishvara Jnanam is Sarva Jnanam. Brahma Jnanam is Sarva Jnanam. Because Sarva is dissolved in Brahma. Therefore, Kasminna Vijñāte, Brahmani Vijñāte, Atmani Vijñāte. Atmani Vijñāte, Sarvam Idam Vijñātam Bhavati. How can you say that? Because Purusha eva idam Vishwam na anyat Purushat anyat kinchit asti. So therefore, it is being answered what Chaunaka asked in the beginning. That being answered here. Yat uttam yat prishtam tat etat. That is this. That etat abhigitam. Abhigitam means it is answered. The question was asked and that is given here. That is given tat etat iti. Then the next line. Etasmin
एतस्मिन्
hi parasmin atmani
एतस्मिन् हि परस्मिन् आत्मनि
sarvakarane purushe vijñāte
सर्वकारणे पुरुषे विज्ञाते
purusha eva idam vishvam nanyadasti iti.
पुरुष
पुरुष एवम् इदं विश्वं नान्यदस्ति इति
विज्ञातं भवति इति.
विज्ञातं भवति इति.
How many it is? Etasmin, parasmin, atmani. That is Paramatmani. Who is Paramatma? Is Sarvakarana. With regard to Karya Jagat, he is a Karana. Therefore, Parasmin, Atmani, Paramatmani, Etasmin, this, Etasmin hi Paramatmani. Sarvakarane Pur, Etasmin, referring to this, which is available for you, for your perception. This Jagat is Paramatma. Sarvakarana Paramatma. Purushaha Vijñāte. Etasmin hi Parasmin Atmani Sarvakarane Purushe Vijñāte. Purusha eva idam Vishwam Anyat Nasti iti Vijñātam Bhavati. Purusha alone is this. There is nothing other than this Purusha. So, the question what is asked, and for that the answer is given. Abhigitam atra parasmin atmani sarvakarane purushe. Sati saptami, already saptami. Etasmin parasmin atmani sarvakarane purushe vijñāte sati. Sati saptami. When this Paramatma, when you know that Paramatma, who is the cause of this entire Jagat, by knowing him, you will know everything. Everything is known. Why? Because there is nothing other than him, Paramatma. So therefore, he says, Paramatmani Vijñāte. Paramatmani Vijñāte. Etasmin, referring to this which is described in the mantra. Etasmin, referring to the Paramatma which is mentioned in the mantra. Where Paramatma is mentioned, the word Purusha. Etasmin Purushe. Etasmin, I said it's close what is available for your perception. I said this Jagat. The Jagat is what? It is Purusha eva. So that Purusha which is described in the mantra, Etasmin Purushe. Who is that Purusha? Paramatma. Therefore, Parasmin Atmani. Parascha asav Atma, Paramatma. So Paraha is one word, Atma is another word. Paramatmani you can say, or Parasmin, separately also you can say. Parasmin Atmani. Etasmin, that with Purusha which is mentioned in this mantra, who is Paramatma, Parasmin Atmani, Saptami Vibhakti. Why? Because this is Sri Saptami. And he is Sarvakarana. Therefore, Sarvakarane Purushe. So Purusha is a word for which other words are all adjective. Sarvakarane Purushe, Paramatmani Purushe, Etasmin Purushe. Etasmin referring to the Purusha which is mentioned in this mantra, Vijñāte, knowing him. Purushaha eva idam Vishnum. That Bhashakara quotes what is that Vijñāte? The mantra says Purusha alone is this. There is nothing other than that, knowing which. Iti Vijñātam Bhavati. Iti Vijñātam Bhavati. Iti. The answer is given here in this mantra. Purusha alone is this. There is nothing other than the Purusha. Here, the next line we will continue in the next class. But here, one thing I want to tell. I told in the beginning, when I give the Anvaya for the shloka, I gave Anvaya. I didn't say Anvaya, but I gave Anvaya. Idam Vishwam Karmaha, sorry, Karma, there's no word Karmaha, okay. Idam Vishwam Karma Tapaha Purushaha Eva. Then, Yaha Yetat Paramritam Brahma Veda Nihitam Guhayam Yaha Nihitam Gugayam Etat Paramritam Brahma Veda Saha Avidya Grantim Viki Rati Iha. Hey Somya. That is the That is the Anvaya. Now here, the first line, I took the word idam vishvam karma tapaha purushaha eva iti. This universe consisting of karma and tapa, the upasana, is Vishwa iti. Purushaha iti. Vishwam consisting of this karma and upasana. Karma stands for all the loka which are possible, attainable, possible to attain, attainable, and tapaha refers to the upasanayaha palam, that is the loka which are attainable, that constitute Vishwa, and that Vishwa is Purusha. This is, I said. Now, Brahma, the word is there. The word Brahma, as we saw in Gita, if you remember, Karma Brahmodbhavam Vidhi, Brahmakshara Samudbhavam. Recently we saw Annad Bhavanti Bhutani, the cycle we saw. There, the word Brahma, we took the meaning as Veda. We took the meaning of Brahma to be Veda. That meaning also can be taken here. Bhashakara doesn't take that meaning, but I'm saying that meaning also can be taken. Brahma, it could be Veda. Karma could be Agni-Otradi Rupam Karma. Sandhya Vandanadi Agni-Otradi Rupam Karma. And Tapaha is Upasana. Tapaha is Upasana. And this Karma and Tapas are revealed by what? Revealed by Veda. Veda eva prakashayati. Veda eva karma tapasoho prakashyakaha Vedaha. What is Veda? Vedayati iti Vedaha. What is Veda? Veda is that which makes you know. That is why it's called Veda. Because it is a Pramanam. So that which makes you know, that is called Veda. What makes you know? Veda, what does it make you? Vedehi eva purushartaha. Vedehi eva dharma artha kama purushartaha gatayaha vedaha. Vidyante, nyayante, labhyante. Vidyante, known, as well as labhyante. By doing, you gain. How? What? Dharmartha purushaha, dharmartha kama purushartaha, tesham gatihi vidyante kasmat. Vedebhyaha eva, only from Veda. Therefore, Vedayati. Veda only tells you the Ishta Prapti, Anishta Pariharayoho, as well as Alaukika Upayamcha, Yaha Grantaha Vedayati Saha Vedaha. Therefore, we can take the meaning of the word Brahma to be Veda, which reveals the means, the sadhana in the form of the karma and upasana, and the sadhya, which is in the form of the lokas. But taking the meaning of the Veda to be karma tapasoho pala prakashakaha Vedaha. Therefore, karma, tapas, as well as Veda, iti, three things are there. Iti, etat, tritayatmakam, vishvam, the world consisting of these three. One is karma, not the world, sorry, the jagat. World is not the right word, I said. The jagat consisting of this karma, tapas, as well as the Veda, because Veda only reveals karma and tapas, upasana. Therefore, Tritayatmakam Vishwam, the three, the combination of three, karma and tapas. Karma tapasi Vedascha, Tritayatmakam, and that is Vishwam. That is Vishwam. That is Vishwam. It is the karyam of Brahma, Parabrahmanaha karyatvat, Brahma Swarupam eva. That meaning also can be taken. I told in the beginning, I took the word Brahma to be Ditya Vibhakti and connected with the second line, Yaha Paramritam Guhayam Nigitam Paramritam Brahma Yaha Veda. I took it. Another way of looking at this, the Brahma could be, it is Ekavachanam. karma, tapa, brahma. All these three is Vishwa. The Vishwa consisting of karma, tapas, as well as the Veda is Purushaha eva. Veda is Brahma eva. The Brahma is Ishvara alone. The Veda is Ishvara alone because it came from Ishvara. It came from Bhagavan alone. How the Veda came? Veda is the breath. Veda is the breath of Ishvara. Asya mahato bhutasya nishvasitam etat yaha rigvedo yajurvedah samavedah atarvangiradah iti Prakaraneka famous quotation is there. So therefore, Brahma can also be taken as Pratama Vibhakti and three things can be taken. Tritayatmakam Vishwam is Purushaha Eva. Iti another meaning also possible. And Paramritam, that also it is Brahma, that Paramritam can be taken as Dvitiya Vibhakti. Etat Paramritam, yaha Guhaya Megitam Etat Paramritam, yaha Veda, Saha Vidyakrantim Vikerati. Iti can take the meaning. That is another way of looking at the mantra. It is possible. Okay, we'll stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣ್ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.